What if I told you that the most valuable thing you own isn't your time, your money, or even your talents, but something far more powerful, something most men give away mindlessly every single day? Without realizing they're throwing away their energy, their drive, and their destiny. I'm talking about your semen. Now before you scroll away or think this is just another celibacy challenge video, pause. Because what we're diving into today goes way deeper than any internet trend. This is ancient. This is spiritual. This is philosophical. This is biological. And if you stay with me until the end, I promise, you'll walk away with a whole new understanding of what it means to be a man in control of his power. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 deep truths about semen retention and why until you value your semen, no one, and I mean no one, will truly value you. You'll learn how this ancient wisdom connects to your self-worth, how it shapes your identity, and how it secretly influences the way the world sees you. Let's go deep. 1. The forgotten power of semen. Semen is not just fluid, it is the concentrated essence of your life force. In every drop exists a potential human life. Think about that. Your body dedicates enormous energy, minerals, and resources to create this fluid. Zinc, selenium, amino acids, neurotransmitters, your body doesn't give those up easily. Yet, in today's hypersexual culture, men are taught to see it as waste, a burden to be released, a distraction to be purged. But this wasn't always the case. Ancient cultures understood semen as sacred. In Taoism, it's known as Jing, the core essence of vitality. The yogis of India practiced brahmacharya, which is not celibacy as many think, but the intelligent use of sexual energy. They believed that retaining semen increased intelligence, spiritual energy, and inner fire. It wasn't just superstition, it was observation. They saw what happened to men who preserved their energy. They became radiant, sharp, and magnetic. When you waste semen constantly, you are slowly draining your masculinity. You feel it. Brain fog, lack of motivation, dullness in your eyes, a hollow feeling after release. But when you retain, even for a few days, your body begins to store energy. Your posture changes. Your clarity returns. You stand taller. You start to feel like a man again. 2. Semen retention and self-worth. Let's be honest. How you treat what comes from you reflects how you feel about yourself. If you give away your energy freely, thoughtlessly, with no purpose, you're telling yourself, I don't matter. Whether you realize it or not, this becomes your internal script. And it shows in how you speak, how you move, how you show up in the world. Now imagine flipping that script. Imagine choosing to value your semen not from fear or guilt, but from self-respect. You start to treat your own body as something sacred. You begin to take your energy seriously. That shift in mindset transforms you. You become more intentional. You start building instead of wasting. And people notice. Why? Because the world reflects back the energy you project. If you walk into a room with discipline, with presence, with your energy contained rather than scattered, people feel that. Women sense it. Other men respect it. You become a man who values himself, and in return, you become valued. Semen retention at its core is a mirror of self-worth. 3. Sexual energy is creative energy. Here's a truth. Many men overlook. Sexual energy is creative energy. That urge you feel? That's life force knocking at the door. You can either release it outward through temporary pleasure, or channel it inward and upward, into focus, ambition, and creation. Look at great inventors, artists, warriors, and philosophers. Many of them practiced sexual discipline. Nikola Tesla abstained from sex entirely, claiming that it gave him clarity and power. Steve Jobs read Eastern texts that spoke of transmuting sexual energy into creative drive. The same fire that fuels lust can be converted into legacy, if you know how to channel it. Every time you hold back from instant gratification, you generate pressure, and pressure creates power. That energy starts to flow into your goals, your purpose, your vision. You begin to wake up earlier, think sharper, speak with more conviction. It's not magic, it's biology. And the more you practice this, the more you see yourself becoming the man you once only imagined. 4. The hidden cost of modern indulgence. We live in a world that teaches men to release, indulge, and numb. Porn is everywhere. Hookup culture is celebrated. But no one tells you about the cost, the slow erosion of your spirit. The more you indulge, the more you dull your instincts. Your ambition fades, your standards drop, your energy dips. You become passive, distracted, and ultimately, powerless. This isn't about morality. It's about energy economics. Every release without intention is a withdrawal from your internal bank account. Your body starts to believe there's no need to produce more testosterone, more dopamine, more vitality. You're tricking your brain into thinking you've achieved something, when in reality you've lost something. And what's worse, society laughs at discipline. But that's why it's rare, and that's why it's powerful. The man who can control his impulses in a world that promotes indulgence becomes a lion among sheep. He stands out, not by yelling but by glowing. His energy is full, his mind is sharp, he's not lost in distraction, he's focused, and that's the man people follow. 5. Becoming a man of presence and power. We live in a world that rewards noise, likes, comments, flashy lifestyles, and constant self-promotion. But real power doesn't scream. Real power is quiet, it's steady, it's the man who walks into a room and everyone notices. Not because he says something, but because he carries something. That something is presence. And it's one of the most attractive, commanding forces a man can develop. It's not bought, it's not faked, and it can't be taught in a weekend seminar. It is earned, through discipline, retention, and alignment. When you begin to value your semen, to truly retain and redirect your sexual energy, your body and mind start working differently. Your testosterone levels stabilize. Your nervous system grounds itself. You stop chasing. Your energy no longer leaks into scrolling, fantasizing, or compulsive release. Instead, it settles into your bones. It sharpens your gaze. It deepens your voice. It slows your movement. You begin to walk, speak, and think with intention, not impulse. And when you do that, people feel it, often before you even say a word. This is the beginning of true masculine presence. A man of presence doesn't need to prove himself, because he knows himself. He isn't desperate to be liked, because he's aligned with his purpose. And the foundation of that alignment is energetic integrity. In other words, he doesn't give his energy to what drains him. Instead, he builds. He creates. He becomes magnetic, not because he chases attraction, but because he embodies self-respect. Retaining your semen is one of the fastest ways to build that kind of gravity, and in a world full of noise and empty distraction, that kind of quiet power is rare and priceless. The call to remember who you are. So, I'll say it again, until you value your semen, no one will value you. Not because semen is magical in itself, but because what it represents is your discipline, your self-mastery, your respect for your own life force. It's about choosing long-term power over short-term pleasure. It's about becoming a man who knows his worth and never trades it for momentary comfort. I challenge you, take this seriously, even if it's just for 7 days, 14 days, 30 days. Observe what happens to your body, your mind, your spirit. Start journaling your energy levels, your mood, your focus. And when you start to feel the shift, don't stop. If this message resonated with you, drop a comment below. Tell me how long you've been on retention or what changes you've noticed. Subscribe to the channel if you're on a journey of self-mastery, purpose and power. This is just the beginning. I'll see you in the next video. Stay disciplined, stay dangerous, stay alive.